your voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turner Bluffis here, the early part of a 4 o'clock hour on a Friday. My favorite part of Friday, the Snap Spotlight, brought to you by Snap Fitness in Wahpeton, your locally owned gym in Wahpeton. And we are joined by a Wahpeton standout athlete today, Emma Bontjes. How's it going today, Emma?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. You guys are having a great season so far. I'm sure that's exciting for you in your senior year.
Yep, it is.
And I'm glad you're living up to the Bontjes name. Big shoes to fill. My man Jeremy Bontjes.
Yeah.
You get any? I'm sure I'm not the only one to ask if you guys are related.
Yeah, we are. He's my dad's cousin. So.
Okay. And yeah, I'm sure you kind of knew that it was a big name to follow up with
Yep.
Big Shot Jerry.
Yeah, I get asked about him all the time, so I have to live up to it.
You have been living up to it very well. And how's your senior season going so far?
It's been pretty good. I mean, I think we're doing good, getting to the end of the season, and I think we're playing our best right now.
Awesome. And could you tell me about the journey you've gone on in your basketball career? From getting your varsity jersey, I think you got it as a sophomore, or was it your freshman year?
I think it was my sophomore year.
I was pretty sure.
I think it was my freshman year.
Oh, gotcha. So you got your varsity jersey as a freshman, and you ended up earning a role as kind of the sixth man on the team your junior year,
Yep.
and now a starter in your senior year. What's the journey been like?
Yep. It's kind of been a lot. I mean, freshman year we had some big seniors there, so I knew that, okay, like I have to look up to them, like get my spot there. Sophomore year I ended up starting, so it was a big change from, okay, JV and stuff to, okay, now you're in the varsity, like this is it. And then junior year came off the bench, kind of nice. I mean, no pressure on you. You're kind of just like the underdog, you're still getting the same time as everyone else, but you're coming off the bench and then you're doing what you need to do when you're out there. And then it just kind of surprised some people, I think, coming off the bench and doing all that. And then to this year, starting and just having to do the same thing. I mean, it's fun. Oh, I think the younger girls looked up to us seniors. So
I am now just realizing how old I am that I somehow forgot you were starting your sophomore year. I don't know. I remember that. I did some of your guys' games. I, for some reason, thought you were coming off the bench then, too. So I guess there wasn't too much of an adjustment then from your six-man role into the starting lineup because you'd done it before.
yeah.
Yep. But I do miss you coming off the bench, though, because it's always great. I always love a team who brings a lot of scoring off the bench. And tell me a little bit about that role last year, about giving some energy, coming in and turning in some big nights.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said earlier, like no pressure, like no one expects you to do as much as you think. But, I mean, it's just you got to have the mentality that when you're in, you're going to do your time, you're going to put in the work. And I think that's what I did. And then it just helped for this year, I guess. I mean, I didn't realize how big the bench role was until this year. So
Gotcha. And you're definitely a certified bucket getter. You're a great scorer. I've followed you the last few years. I've gotten to see it firsthand. Would you say your scoring ability is the biggest part of what makes you valuable to the team?
yeah, I definitely think scoring's big. I mean, I'm really lengthy, tall, long arms. So defense is a big thing too. Rebounds. We struggle on defense, so getting those rebounds are huge.
Gotcha. And yeah, you're kind of a three-level scorer. It seems like you can really get it inside. You can get the mid-range, also knocking down some threes. How great is that to have that versatility to your game? Something you definitely have worked at for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I was a wing at the beginning, and then since we're in Wahpeton, we don't have a lot of height, so I did get moved to the post. So being able to work on my post moves and have a whole bunch of moves in there, but then when you do get out, they don't think to come out on you, so then you're just shooting threes and you make them. It's definitely a good feeling to have that skill.
Yeah, a small ball four then, I guess you'd be. So tell me a little bit about the border battle. You know, it must be fun in your last 2 years of varsity basketball, getting the wins, and you had a fantastic performance in both of the games. How fun is that to get to do that in front of a big crowd for the Twin Towns?
Yeah, it was really fun. Always the best game. There was a lot of fans this year. I'm going to say I was a little nervous.
I don't blame you.
I was like, okay, there's a lot of people, but just going out there playing, you know, it's a really fun game. All the people that you know are there, and just going against people that you've kind of grew up playing against since you were younger. I don't know. It's always been a really fun game. And to be able to do good in that game is good too.
Yep. You were definitely an X factor in both of those wins. And talk about your relationship with someone else who has been getting her varsity minutes logged for quite a few years, McKenna Coolmo. You guys are quite the senior duo now. And how fun is it to be able to share the court with her and have such a great senior year so far?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I mean, me and McKenna have been through it all since like 4th grade. I think she moved here. Ever since then, we've just been on the court together, so it's just like we've always known that. And to have such a great bond about it, we really can like read each other well. So I think it really plays a big role in basketball too, and it's very fun.
You throw, a lot of teams would be lucky to have one good scorer, but you throw Scott Woods into the mix, and then you and Kulmo, that's a heck of a three-headed monster. How fun is it to know that, if one of them's having an off night, there's two girls there to pick up the slack?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have 3 different players. I mean, not everyone's going to be on the same night, or someone's going to be off, but just having that extra person or 2 people to know that they can score too is definitely a nice factor. And then if, say my game's off for offense, then okay, I need to be better on defense. Just make up for it, I guess.
And then with all that offensive scoring power between the 3 of you guys, talk about how fun it was to set the single game scoring record for the team. Did you guys even know you guys were? We did up for that.
Yeah, we didn't know. 88 was it last year. We broke it last year, but we knew we were getting close, and I think we're 4 points off, 3 points off, and then we put our JV in, and I think it was a really cool experience for them, to be the ones to get it. I think it really just made the experience better for them, I think. That's
awesome. And any plans for next year?
I've talked to a couple coaches, but I'm not sure if I'll end up playing. If I don't end up playing, GCU in Arizona, I'm gonna tour there, and then UND for psychology.
Oh, cool. So, good for you.
We'll see.
That sounds very interesting. I wish I was smart enough to pursue a psychology degree, but here I am doing radio instead. So anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on. And before we wrap up this segment, it is time for your Snap schedule reminder. Like we always do, we'll start with Friday and then go through Thursday next week. So we got a full 7 days of sports. Wahpeton boys basketball versus Grand Forks Central at 7:15 p.m. Wahpeton girls basketball heads to Grand Forks Central at 7:15 p.m. tonight. And then the Breckenridge girls basketball team hosts Perham at 7:30 p.m. We'll have that game on B92.7 FM and live streaming on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. BW Wrestling has their East Region tournament tomorrow at 10 a.m. BW Boys Hockey hosts Lake of the Woods at 2 p.m. BW Gymnastics is at Red River Valley Gymnastics at 2 p.m. Breckenridge Boys Basketball also on the road tomorrow at Wheaton at 6:30 p.m. Sunday, just the NDSCS women's and men's team in action. Lake Region State College is where they'll be playing. The women play at 1 p.m. and the men follow at 3 p.m. On Monday, Breckenridge girls basketball has their first of 3 games in 4 days. They host Barnesville at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday, BW boys hockey is at Morris area at 7 p.m. Wahpeton girls basketball is hosting West Fargo Cheyenne. Wahpeton boys head to West Fargo Cheyenne. Girls play at 7:15, boys at 7:30. Breckenridge boys basketball is at Minnewaska area at 7:30 p.m. And Breckenridge girls basketball heads to Ada Borup for 7:30 p.m. And then after nothing on Wednesday, Thursday has NDSCS women hosting Bismarck State College at 5:30 p.m. The men follow against Bismarck State at 7:30 p.m. BW boys hockey is hosting Sauk Center at 7 p.m. And then Breckenridge boys basketball is hosting Morris area at 7:30 p.m. And Breckenridge girls basketball is at Pelican Rapids at 7:30 p.m. So that is your Snap schedule reminder, and that will do it for another Snap Spotlight. Thank you so much for tuning in to all these. If you're listening right now on the radio, you can go watch the interview for yourself if you'd like to on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel. And we'll get you back to the music after a quick word from our sponsor. Snap Fitness, your locally owned gym in Wahpeton, wants to have you join their workout family. Snap offers personal training, and owner Renata Faub will even write up workout plans for you. If you're an athlete in the Twin Towns, Snap Fitness will help you make sure you're prepared for the upcoming sports season. To all the retired athletes over 65, Snap Fitness participates in the Silver Sneakers Insurance Program, and most major insurances reimburse for memberships to Snap. Stop by Snap Fitness today and ask about their membership packages. They're located at 102 7th Street South in Wahpeton.